All right. Nicolas Jackson to Man United inquiry made. Story being reported in here onto the desk of the United Matters channel. Good morning, my people. Hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Man United is really looking in to really sign in a striker. I don't know why, but most people are like, get in one. He'll obviously come and really solve our problems. Something that people are really getting wrong. It doesn't mean that when you get in a striker, all your problems really come to an end. I've always gone ahead to let you know that United has always gone ahead to work on top world-class strikers. Falcao, Ibrahimovic, Ronaldo, Edson Cavani, you understand? All those have gone ahead to come in through and they haven't gone ahead to thrive. And this is where my people get it wrong, you know? The last position to obviously think about should be the center forward position. You know, you have to build a team from the goalkeeping department to the defense to the midfield, attacking midfield, and then the forward should be the last person to obviously think of. So, United, having gone ahead to miss out on Victor Gyökeres, Victor Osimhen also looks like he's going to Fenerbahce. We have a story that was really given out towards the weekend. Nabil telling us that Man United have inquired about Chelsea striker Nicolas Jackson. The door is open for him to leave Chelsea for around £60 million. Now, I've always told my people here that I don't think that United needs a striker. I don't think so. Many people think that we need one, but I don't think that we need one. We don't need any striker at the club of Manchester United. We don't need a striker at the club of Manchester United. Many might think that you're needing one, but the fact is we don't need any. And let me discuss Nicolas Jackson in particular. He's one of those players that missed the biggest chances in the previous 2 seasons of the Premier League, right? And for your information, he is coming to a team that he's not really creating chances, and that means the first season he scored 14 goals in the Premier League, second season 10 goals in the Prem. So if he has not even reaching 20 goals for a team like Chelsea that has gone ahead to create very many chances and going to miss many of those, right? Do you think it will be the same scenario at the club of Man United? You know, it's really going to be a different scenario altogether. And United doesn't need a striker like Nicolas Jackson. No way. I think we need a striker who is proven to obviously be the understudy of Rasmus Højlund. That is it. Because it's all clear that Manchester United are not willing to obviously play Matthias Cunha as a center forward. They see Matthias Cunha as a number 10. And remember, in the system of Ruben Amorim, he plays with 2 number 10s, meaning that Bruno Fernandes will be played in the outfield with either Casemiro or a player known as, with Casemiro or a player known as Manuel Ugarte. So that's the plan of the manager. And if you really bring in a striker like Nicolas Jackson, I think he's really very wasteful. The other one is the price being linked onto him, £60 million. I don't think that we can fall for this trap of Chelsea. I know Chelsea's hold Mason Mount to ask for £60 million, yet I don't think that he was really deserving that. For the previous 2 seasons, been really injured. And for Mason Mount, it was different, that he was still a man who could command a starting position in the team of Chelsea, provided he could keep himself fit. You understand? But for the side of Nicolas Jackson, he is nowhere near the starting position or starting 11 of Chelsea after Chelsea brought in João Pedro and Liam Delap, meaning that he's third fiddle. And how can you sell a player who is third fiddle for £60 million and he has not been commanding a starting position in any of the teams of Chelsea? You understand? That's what beats my understanding. And for £60 million, it's the money that can get you Ekitike, Hugo, who is really a better player. That money can see you get even Vlahovic for less money. That money can see you get in a player known as Oli Watkins. You understand? So I'm a little bit of puzzled. You understand? And I know that the agent of Nicolas Jackson is doing the job that he's supposed to be doing, putting his client in the news. And if at all you really want to get suitors for your client, what do? You link him to a club known as Man United, not so? That is it. You have to link him to a club known as Man United. And by so doing, you will see yourself relegate to very many people noticing that there is a striker known as Nicolas Jackson. And for a striker they bought for less than £30 million, I wonder why they would obviously see themselves having him at the club or selling him for £60 million. They want to make a profit because I think he came in through for like £25 million, and they want to make a profit of like £35 million. And for United, they will be in a trap of signing another African player because the African Cup of Nations is obviously going to be costing us. Remember, if Brian Mbeumo comes in through, he'll be joining Onana and Amadi Diallo, Sedu Kone as African players who won't be available in December for close to a month. Now, that means you'll be having 5 players that are obviously going to be going through the AFCON. And if at all I'm Man United, the African player that I should sign last now should be Brian Mbeumo because of the African Cup of Nations. And our squad is not all that thick enough to see to it that we can really go through all those matches without them. I remember Liverpool in the last African Cup of Nations, Keita left, Salah left, Liverpool had like 3-4 players that left for the African Cup of Nations. You understand? And when those players left, many of us thought that maybe they could lose very many games. And to our shock, they went ahead to really win almost all the games because Liverpool had a very big squad. Now, when we are talking about a big squad, there is no way you obviously talk about or really put a club known as Man United in the picture, because if Sancho, Rashford, Anthony, Garnacho, those 4, if they are staying, then you'd have gone ahead to say you will come Nicolas Jackson. When those 4-5 players leave for AFCON, you'll be having a lot of replacements to come and really do the job at the club of Manchester United. You understand? So, as it stands for now, Jackson to Man United for me is a big no. He's a big no. There are other forwards that we can look at, and you cannot tell me that we can't go out and scout out a player like a Julian Alvarez from South America. Players are there that are really good. In Africa, there are players really good. In France, there are forwards that are really good. In Portugal, there are forwards that are really good. Netherlands, there are forwards that are really good and they are cheap. You can even link to Turkey, Italian Serie A. You can go all around the world. RB Leipzig, in Sweden, they are good strikers. And what is our scouting team all about? Because I don't want us to obviously pretend like we want to get back to the Champions League immediately. That's the biggest mistake we're obviously going to be doing. And for me, Nicolas Jackson to Man United is a big, big no. And I don't know what your thoughts are about it, but for me, I don't fancy to see Nicolas Jackson play for the club of Man United. I don't know what your thoughts are. Maybe we are going to be having different opinions about this, but I know a lion's share of the people watching this video will obviously come up and tell me, Rokani, we are not in for this. So, thank you very much for watching through. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below, and this is what we do here onto the United Matters channel. We bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. Rokan David being my name, and hope you guys are really going to be having the best of the best in what you are doing. We sign out for now and see you later.